Yo, what is up? It's your boy, Rich7. And in today's video, I just wanted to rant a little about the recent Nintendo surge of just hatred, toxicity, going around on social media. And this is mainly because I think it's come to a point where people just gotta realize, I guess I gotta realize, life outside of social media is so much more peaceful. It is so much more relaxing. You know, I can confidently say this because I'm looking out the window right now and the sun is blasting. The trees look very green today. The big forest outside looks great. And, you know, when I sit back and stare at the luscious green outside, it makes me realize that people on social media are itching to get validated by any means necessary. So Nintendo has been getting absolutely slandered. And I already know just by me saying that, people going immediately, oh, you're defending the big billionaire company. Just let me get to the points, if that's the route you want to take. I don't care what route you take. I'm probably just gonna keep doing what I do anyways. I don't feel like this needs to be a big hoopla. It's just whatever. At the end of the day, it's a rant video. You know, it's not supposed to be nothing more than me just talking. But one thing I noticed is, for some reason, Nintendo is getting a lot of hate for the game prices lately. Excuse me. And it seems a lot of people don't understand that game prices have been increasing since like 2023. This is not a Nintendo thing. This has been happening for years at this point. And you know who started it all back in the day? Sony and Xbox. I'm not just putting both of them in there just to deter the increase. But there's literal articles that you can read, that I even read back then, where Xbox was the first people to introduce this standard of $70 games. When that happened, everybody was losing it, because what the freak are you doing? No one mentions it anymore. Sony raises their PS Plus prices by like $20. People are mad, and now it's just gone. Why? Because Nintendo is the new scapegoat of this time. People see $80 Mario Kart, and I'm not gonna lie, I've played Mario Kart World. I haven't had much time to play because school has been absolutely violating me lately. But for $80, I do wish some features were added. But I guess we're just gonna have to wait as, you know, updates roll out. You know, they might maybe listen to people. I hope they do, because Mario Kart is actually really fun. But it's like, while $80 is ridiculous, it's just the standard now. It's just a standard for these like main party games. Like The Last of Us on PlayStation been re-released for like $70 like 15 times at this point. People joke about it, but not to the extent of Nintendo. Xbox has pretty much forced people into living in a subscription service for the entirety of their lifespan on Xbox, because you get a whole library of games and you get online services. You're pretty much sucked into that. While Sony is even more horrendous. Not only you gotta pay a subscription, but you gotta pay a bonus fee on top of that just to unlock the free games. And it's not even modern games. I think it is in the extra catalog. Oh, never mind. Oh, it is modern. But like, still, bro, I'm not paying $40 extra a year just to play something I don't even get to own. I only buy games that I get to own, because if I buy it, then I'm gonna play it. That's why I think the PS Plus like bonus stuff, like, they really got. I think that thing's like $120 for the max thing just to play old games. On Nintendo, you can just buy the Nintendo Switch online. for like $20 a year, and then the family pass is like $35 a year, and you get all the old stuff. Well, not everything, but you get a collection of old things, online, all that. And I know people's argument to that is that, oh, the online sucks, but from my experiences, it's not that bad. You can still do what you want to do. And I think that's the thing people, don't think about. People want best of the best all of the time. And I know it should be best of the best all of the time. But I feel like people have just developed this hive mind that if it isn't at peak performance every single time of the year, if I have one minor crash in my internet, then I'm just forever a hater. And it's like, dang. Recent, also, the Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 got released for $70. People are also flipping their minds about it. Oh, these games shouldn't be re-released. They're super old. Yada yada. It should be like $20 for each. And I think that's just not true, considering that the games have been, because as of making this, they've already said 4K, 60 FPS, new textures, all this. They clearly updated the game. It's borderline a remaster. But people don't care about the facts. There is no facts when dealing with the internet. The only thing the internet cares about is their agenda, to spew hatred and to feel validated in their hatred. Which is strange, but I guess it's the life that we live now. And I was just thinking, like, I bought Mario Kart, I bought Donkey Kong, and I also pre-ordered and plan on pre-ordering the amiibos in the book and the game that's coming out in like a few days. And, it's just like, what now? I pre-ordered these games because I want them. I pre-ordered them because I know I'm going to enjoy the things that I'm buying. But it's like in the back of my mind, it's like there is genuine people out there right now in the world who are mad that I bought something with my own money, that I took the time to use my funds to do something I enjoy. And it's just bad that social media has spiraled. And I partially blame this to COVID. Definitely because of COVID. Internet warriors have gone like insane. And it's like if you don't agree with people, then you're just instantly an enemy. There's no room for discussion. You just need to die according to them. And it's like, holy, it makes me like every day. It's just like, I really question why I even like go on Twitter, go on Instagram anymore. Like before, I would go on there, go to wherever I wanted to look up, and it would just be genuine people trying to talk about the things that are being released. But now it's people trying to find the nearest scapegoat to feel their random console ego. Like the argument that, oh, if you want to play the new Mario Kart World, you gotta spend $500+ to get it. Oh, but if I want to play another game, guess what? It's only like $70. And then people be like, why are we factoring in console prices? That doesn't make sense. And they're like, oh, well, you gotta buy the console to play the game. And then, most people already have the console they're trying to play the newest game on, so that we don't need to factor in console price. But then it's like, you think for a second, is this what we're doing with our time? For every future exclusive game, Wolverine, for example, that's coming out, are we going to factor in the PS5 price for Wolverine? And be like, to play Wolverine, you need $600 something. What about the PC port? Are we going to factor in like the $1,000 PC you need to play it? It's like, what are we wasting our time here for? These arguments are like so pointless and waste so much time that I feel like it distracts ourselves from like the real problems. Like singling out these companies, companies singling out Nintendo, and now all the other companies are just running free. Like this, Sony recently released a $125 book, an art book full of PlayStation art, and a deluxe version that's $325 for a hardcover and a photo that's signed by 2 people. And I haven't seen a single person, not a soul, get like a popular post on that outrageous price for a book and a hardcover. I actually seen people in support. I seen somebody say $125 ain't bad for a coffee table book. What you mean? You just about to set this up on a table? That's not bad price for a book? And it's like, wowzers. We really live in the most like social media has devolved into nothing more than engagement posts. There's no more community posts. It's purely who can get the most engagement, who can get the most likes on their post, who can validate my hatred the most. And if somebody disagrees with my statement, I'm going to make them feel bad about thinking otherwise, because you shouldn't support the big business. And it's always you shouldn't support the big business and not just do what you want to enjoy. You can't enjoy things anymore with chronically online people roaming the streets. Like, I remember people were posting their Nintendo Switches to Twitter, like, we bought this, I'm so happy I get to play this. And just hatred towards those people. Oh, you're wasting your money. Oh, boy, you should be boycotting them. But like, if we're honestly talking, like, what does Nintendo do that needs to be boycotted? What makes them different? What makes them different from other gaming companies? Sony drops consoles. Sony is dropping consoles. They're dropping their exclusives. And people just treat it how it should be treated. It's a normal thing. But Nintendo drops a console, and the first thing people do is spam all over the internet. Make it cheaper. The Nintendo Switch was like $300. And the Switch 2 was like $450. That's like $150 increase for a better console on so many different scales. And people are trying to lower the price. What are we trying to lower the price for? Are we trying to get back the Switch 1? Are we trying to de-progress the console to make it worse? It's like, what are we doing? I feel like these arguments are so meaningless. We're wasting our time. Why does the console price matter when it's only $150 more expensive than the last console? Has a bunch more improvements. Switch 2 price shouldn't even be shouldn't even be in conversation. It's not a bad price for a console that's better than the last one. I don't think there's ever been a console release that was cheaper than the previous one. Maybe like back in the day or something, like with the 3DS or something, I don't know. But it's like people, oh my gosh, especially because the people don't read the news. Mr. President of the USA has been cocking with tariffs every single day of the week. I remember somebody mentioned the price increase, and I said, oh, President did that one. He's the reason these prices are so high. And they got mad at me. Called me cornball. What do you mean cornball? What do you mean cornball? How am I cornball for saying that tariff increases has caused increases for everything? The USA is in a dang on terrible spot at the moment. I'm not a political man at all. I hate politics. I don't even keep up on it. But all I know is that the freaking president sucks at the moment, and we've been getting cocked. But people will just say cornball and call it a day. I feel like social media has rotted people so badly that there's no longer discussion rooms. It's just who can ratio the other person, who can make the other person feel bad about thinking for what they want to think. Let's just nullify everything they're thinking and just try and make them think what we think, because what we think is the truth. It's good. It's the correct way to think. Like, holy, it's bad. It's a terrible space to be in at the moment. Social media is terrible at the moment. I have never seen so much just hatred being spewed just to get engagement. People don't even care about the topic they're talking about. You will have a random dude who has no idea what he's talking about just spew out something just to get views on it. And now everybody's fighting in the comments who actually do know about it, just fighting ignorant people. And now social media is just a cesspool of just ignorance. And just who can gather more random points that don't mean anything. Like I could guarantee you, if you get into an online argument, they will start picking just random points, just random things, throwing it in there, and now they've quote unquote won the argument because they've cherry picked random topics, random buzzwords that get the people fired up. And when you try to stay on a singular topic, no, but this, and this, that got nothing to do with it. It's like, oh my gosh, I think this rant video has devolved into, it's more than just, I think it's more than just me trying to justify. I don't even need to justify anything. Yeah, we don't need to justify to the internet. It's just I just hate social media. I think that's what the key point of this is. At first I was thinking people were just hating Nintendo, but the more I talked about it, people just hate each other. Social media is garbage. It's bad. Scrolling through Instagram. Look, bro, if you go to any Instagram comment on Nintendo, it's either some random dolphin emulator gif. Oh, what's that? You're posting a new game? Emulator. Buddy, you still gotta pay for the $1,000 PC you're running that emulator on. But they won't mention that because, I bought it in the past. So I guess the purchase just didn't happen anymore. It's like people buy stuff, like a year or two goes by, and now that thing is just free. They didn't have to buy that. So now my Dolphin emulator is quote unquote free 99. You tell a person without a computer, Dolphin emulator. Now they gotta buy a whole PC. instead of just buying a console that is on. And for emulators, you don't even know if your computer can run that stuff because it's unoptimized. You're not even, for most people, you can either like download the game onto your computer, but I feel like most people don't even know how to do that. They just download it off a random website, and now you got some random bricked version. But what other comments they got? They got so many comments, just piracy, people just saying, oh, it costs this much? Nah, I'm not doing that. And it's just like I guess you're free to your opinion to say that. But arguing with game prices in 2025, I don't think there's ever been a game that has decreased their price because of what the internet has told them. I think the one time that happened was with that Otherworld game. It was something Otherworld, something like that. They decreased it by like $10, and people still ain't buy that game because it looked buns. But it's like, it just seems that people are just routed. Everybody's minds have been routed to just hate people online. People online are no longer people. You're just an opponent. You're just someone to fight against, to get mad over. And I'm reaching a conclusion here that I think I genuinely just don't. Like, I think I need to just start abusing the block button. Not just because what they say is I don't agree with. I just don't think I want to see arguments anymore. I don't think I enjoy trying to find people that, also like the thing I like, and all I see underneath it is just these people who feel it's like their life mission to make sure they convert as many people as possible to think how they think. Originality is shunned on with random new made insults like the one I said before. Oh, defending big billionaire company. Oh, you're a cuck. Or freaking, it's like, why do this when you can do this instead? What you're doing is the wrong way, but the pirate way is the cool way. It's just like, man, I guess there's nothing really more to talk about here. I've hit the conclusion, and I've come to this conclusion many times in the before. This isn't my first time thinking the internet is bad. It freaking sucks. But yeah, I cannot. I really do wish that the internet was like how it was back then, before all these keyboard warriors existed. It felt, I'm specifically talking about the game communities here, but game communities felt like communities. I could look up Mario on YouTube, and instead of seeing 30 freaking videos about why I hate Nintendo $80 buzzword here, buzzword there, it was just people talking about the games. People just enjoying the games for games. Nobody back then complained about the prices. $60 for a game back then, nobody cared. Inflation happens. Those $60 games will be the price they cost now, which is around $70 something. But now it's a problem. And I know that has to do with like jobs and stuff getting harder and harder to come by. But I think people fail to realize that, those people also have jobs. Their job is to make the games. And that's what they've been doing for years and years and years. And just because other people don't have jobs doesn't mean they can't not do their job and, reap the profits of their hard work. I think it's unfair to the game designers that, spend years making these games. And, they put a lot of time into it. Like it just doesn't make any sense. I will say though, what was it? Those Kirby amiibos? They're like $50. I'm sorry, boy, but whoa. I mean, we had like Skylanders swapping in the background. They were like $12 or something. But now they're like 50, bro. See now, stuff like that. Now we can get into conversations. I'll conversate you on that. I don't think amiibos should be above $20. Not even like Funko Pops and stuff like that are above like 15. I don't know. I think that is bad. That is what we should be talking about here. Let's talk about these amiibo prices. Why are we talking about game prices? Game prices are always going to be in the hundreds at this point now. Like, look at Sparking Zero robbed 120 off of me. 120. The game was $70, bro. That's just normal now. You buy an Ultimate Edition, it's just normal. What's not normal is amiibos costing freaking $50-$40, bro. Like, that stuff genuinely made me sad now. See, like, that stuff makes me upset that amiibos are above 20. Now that's a problem. Game prices, that's just the standard that people have to just swallow the pill of. Like, look at GTA 6. That game about to be easily 125 on release. But nobody's gonna complain. Why? Because it's GTA, it's Rockstar. It's a company we know that isn't Nintendo, so we have to be the sheep we are and just go straight to it. And I'm not saying that GTA 6 isn't worth it. I don't even know if I'm gonna buy it. That seems a bit much. I'm not gonna lie. If GTA 6 is above 100, I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry, I can't do it. But I did buy Sparking Zero for 120. It depends. GTA 6 is in the hard spot right now because anything, if they go crazy with that price, it's gonna hurt. But and I'm not saying GTA 6 is bad with the sheep comment. I'm just saying, like, people see other people like it, and now I like it too. People see Nintendo hate. Oh, I hate Nintendo now too. Even though other game companies like Call of Duty for the past couple years have been dropping 70 with ultimate editions of like 120 every single year, and people still buy it. Why? Because people want to enjoy the stuff they want to play. Nobody questions their game prices. Because those people, I feel like most COD players are in there, like, they're old now. They don't use social media. That's why you don't see much uproar. People just want to play the game that they grew up playing. But Nintendo, they're aimed at, kids and I guess 20-year-olds, maybe 30, 40. I feel like they are still in the age of social media. And with these new people coming along, they only yearn to, think what the other people think so they aren't treated differently. But it's whatever at this point. There's just nothing I can do to say. I'm probably, like, just even talking about this, I already know there's going to be a hate mob for me. I'm going to be held at the stake. And if not, thank goodness, because it just doesn't make sense. But I think I'm going to enjoy the games I buy. I'm probably just going to stick to YouTube for reviews. I feel like YouTube videos, even YouTube is starting to get plagued by freaking price rants and junk. I just want to talk about the games I like. Galaxy was like one of the most influential games of my entire life. I spent like 2 years playing that game, just 2 years straight. I never even beat the game. I just spent 2 years playing it because I loved it so much. And now I get to play it again at higher resolution, higher frame rate. I don't care what people on the internet are saying. I'm beating that game 100%. Fully all the way to the end. Man, I freaking hate social media. But, I feel like if I go on anymore, this video is going to be like 30 years long. So, that's it for this little rant. I'm just tired of... I'm just tired of seeing hate pools. It's like, why are we being negative to each other and not negative towards the actual businesses doing these prices? The random dude you're fighting on Twitter has no say in the freaking prices. And people say boycotts, but like, we be boycotting the wrong stuff. If we boycotted game prices, we need to boycott every single game. We need to let every company know we don't like this, not just one company. Because now we're letting the other ones pass through. And guess what? The other ones pass through, they raise their prices. And then the one we're boycotting raises their prices because everybody's okay with them. And now we're still looking at the original, like, oh, why y'all actually increase your prices? Buddy, the market is going to market whether you hate it or not. Unless you targeting everybody, you're doing nothing, pretty much. You're doing nothing. So I think this double-sided mindset is definitely, like, come on, bro. Like, PlayStation controllers be costing like $90, bro. That's more expensive than a game. And we let this slide because Sony. Xbox controllers also cost more than a game, but we let it slide because Xbox, Microsoft. Nintendo does it. Oh, well, we hate them. Well, guess what? You can hate them all you want. Other companies still doing it, and the cycle continues. Prices will continue no matter what. Unless everybody gets boycotted the way you want to be boycotted. Like McDonald's, for example. People boycott McDonald's. Guess what? Boycotting multiple McDonald's, multiple places works because you're targeting all of them. For like game companies, it's the same thing. I just feel like it's not as simple as boycotting McDonald's. Because you need to target everybody in the gaming industry. You can't have favorites. You have favorites, you're giving them an inch. And what happens when you give them an inch? They take that mile forward. I'm talking into a wall here, but I guess that's the whole point of a rant video. Anyways, that's it for me. See you guys in the next rant. Later.